Absolutely.
Well, great.
Coming
Well,
in pinch.
yeah, that was cool of him to come in like that. And speaking of Kirby, as far as coming in just like that, we have another individual who I think, man, do we need to introduce you, Arrow? I mean, who doesn't know you right now?
I don't know. Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for
Welcome.
bringing me in. Yeah, it's great to be here. It's a great show so far. I'm having a great time. Really enjoying it, man.
Well, hey, the pressure's off for today for you, I imagine. I hope all you guys are resting, kicking back, and enjoying the rest of the show because you guys just did an.
Did in virtual air shows was with the vultures, and we did it over Novorossiysk. Same.
Coming in pinch.
Yeah, that was cool of him to come in like that. And speaking of Kirby, as far as coming in just like that, we have another individual who I think, man, do we need to introduce you, Arrow? I mean, who doesn't know you right now?
I don't know. Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for
Welcome.
bringing me in. Yeah, it's great to be here. It's a great show so far. I'm having a great time. Really enjoying it, man.
Well, hey, the pressure's off for today for you, I imagine. I hope all you guys are resting, kicking back, and enjoying the rest of the show because you guys just did an amazing job yesterday. And I want to, just like Kirby, kind of give you the floor right now. And maybe could you talk to your demonstration? Because it wasn't, we saw a few other little things there, I think. If you could talk to, that'd be great.
Well, we decided to do. I've never done a remote show, so we decided we wanted to do a remote show. And since three of the guys that were flying, myself, Butsky, and Samat, our first show that we ever did in virtual air shows was with the vultures, and we did it over Novorossiysk, same place we did yesterday. Obviously, doing it in L-39s versus F-16s presented some pretty interesting challenges. Dropping all the energy um, maneuvers had to be calculated so we could enter them slower and fall into that bowl that's with the hills being so close to the shoreline, and then still have enough energy to pull through the vertical and things like that. So the demo yesterday was a gigantic change from what we normally do in a couple ways, and and we wanted it to be kind of a real special flight for Red Eye, of course, and being his last demo with the team as a demo pilot. He's staying with us, for training and support and things like that, which thank God, because he's completely invaluable to the team. So anyway, the going into Novo like we did yesterday was brutal. The challenge was insane. The team worked really hard to get it done. It was we had tons and tons of problems with schedules in real life, and of course, the VFAT curse was in full effect. Nothing but trouble, as you saw with our number 3 pilot. Yeah, we really had no reason to believe he would make it through the flight because he hadn't made it through a practice in a while in the last week. His actually yesterday the failure was his Oculus software crashed right in the middle of the show, just out of nowhere.
VFAT
First time it's ever happened. Brand new problem.
Of course, it was the first time. But, we're all about first times in the week of VFAT. We could have it on Christmas Day. We could have it in the middle of summer. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. No kidding.
Awesome. Grey Wolf.
Yes, sir.
I gotta tell you, it seems like we've, with the virtual Thunderbirds, I could tell you because you used to be a virtual Blue Angel as a prior Thunderbird. I gotta tell you, it is so cool, Arrow, to see what you guys have done with the team and continue to do with the team. And I gotta tell you, I'm excited. I mean, and I think a lot of other people out there too. You guys keep pushing the limits. So we're very curious. Is there anything on the horizon maybe they can discuss, or you guys, you got a couple rabbits out of that hat you might want to share with us today, or
there's something I can't discuss yet, which is pretty interesting. But I guess the only thing I can tell you right now that's public, or at least is kind of the best kept secret. I mean, I don't even know if it's a secret, but we're definitely excited to transition over to the ED F-16. That's a big deal for us, and because we want more, as much interaction with the community as possible. And by flying that airplane, obviously we can fly in public with it. So meaning where people can join in full time. So I would say that is probably the biggest change, being able to fly a public mod, a normally distributable mod. So we're very excited about doing that. We obviously didn't have time to get ready for this show since it just came out. So that's the biggest thing. The other stuff. Definitely classified.
Okay, hey, well,
I
look,
wish it
we
weren't.
get it. We're not going to press you. I appreciate for you updating us on that, and I think the community just lit up. They're excited. They're looking forward to seeing now the full immersion, hopefully here soon, of the virtual Thunderbirds. Now, Arrow, you've been on the team for how long, sir?
I was a candidate actually after, if you go all the way back to, I guess it's 3 years ago at VUAF, if you remember that, when the Vultures flew. Their first demo is the day I applied to the virtual Thunderbirds.
That's right. We used to hang out in Aerobatics Online. We used to see him there.
Yeah, pretty much that's where we did most of it. It's where we all met. And then, my candidacy was about 6 months, and then I trained for a year to take over the lead spot, which was insane. That the training.
I would say, what would you say was a fire hose?
Beyond. It was way beyond the fire hose, the dealing with the variables, really. I mean, you can fly a demo by yourself, which is nice as lead, but then there are so many factors that so many things that go on, that are happening while you're trying to fly that affect what you need to do. So learning the demo itself, not the biggest thing in the world, but learning all the variables and how to handle them, and having a plan in place and ready to go. That was the big thing, and that was something, man. I'll tell you.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what, Arrow, I'm going to give just a same thing we did to Kirby. The same thing I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you the floor, sir. You've got over 400 people now, or actually 400 exactly, listening in to you. Anything you'd like to share? The floor is yours, sir.
Yeah. Again, to echo what Kirby said, first of all, Kirby, been watching your team, love it, keep going. I just love watching you guys, the way you're coming along. I mean, I figured I'd take a second to say that, but I want to thank the community as well. A lot of support out there. Obviously, we have a lot of pressure on us to try to do our best to represent the Air Force and the U.S. Air Force and the Thunderbirds. It's a big set of shoes to fill. Most of the time we just try to go out there and not make fools of ourselves, and we're working real hard to do it. We are always recruiting, so you can go to our website, virtualthunderbirds.com. We'd love to hear from you if you're interested in something like this. Just up front, I'd like to say the commitment's real. It's might be a simulation, what we're doing in the flying, but the teamwork is not a simulation, and I love doing it. Happy to be here.
Awesome. Sir. Well, hey, we're very grateful you can make time to be here. Appreciate it very much. Very emotional, and we wish Red Eye all the best, and we will look forward to seeing the virtual Thunderbirds as they continue to tear up the skies here in this community in the future, led by that fine gentleman there, Arrow.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Great show. Enjoying it. Take it easy, VFAT.
Take care, Arrow. Thanks for stopping by. And up next, we have Delta, the man, the myth, the legend from Virtual Red Arrow. Welcome to the